I'm speaking straight facts. Period. Okay. Hello everyone. Hi. It's me. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about gaining self-love, some helpful tips, kind of my journey to kind of give you guys an example of how I learned these tips about self-love. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up, and yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, let me just center myself real quick. Okay, let's get comfortable. Let me show you guys what I'm wearing. It's really cute. Oh, mind the Nike box. Whoops. Isn't this super cute? I'm freaking living for this.
And if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, by the way, if you're watching this video, I was really feeling this outfit. It was giving me total Regina George's mom's vibes. I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about was my personal self-love journey, because I feel like it's very important to say how I learned these things, not just kind of like spit random facts in this video. So ever since I was a little girl, I've kind of been a huge people pleaser. I'm not really a person who enjoys conflict. So I kind of, in situations, I tend to keep quiet when sometimes I should speak up for myself, or I'll not.
Okay, so real quick disclaimer, there may be some rumbling, but I promise you this video is good, so keep watching. Okay, bye.
I won't say something's bothering me when something is bothering me, because I don't want to create tension in the room or between the person I'm talking to. And what I've learned with, like, because I'm an Aquarius, so like Aquariuses, I feel like we tend to research everything, and that is me to a T. So when I was going through the time period where my self-love was very low and my self-esteem was like to the ground, through the center of the earth, I was researching all the self-love stuff. And what I've learned from the research that I did, that's kind of a sign of less self-love in a sense, because basically, like, if you love yourself, you're going to stand up for yourself. So if you don't stand up for yourself when you should in situations, that's not a form of self-love. To remember. So it's always it's very important to speak your mind, be true to who you are, no matter who you're talking to, no matter what situation you're in. And I don't know if you guys hear the background. I'm sorry. My mom and my sister are watching YouTube in her room, and it's like kind of near mine. So if you hear any background like sounds or whatever, it's that. I'm sorry. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Sorry if I kind of ramble. This is just coming off the dome. I don't know what inspired me to do this video, but I don't know. I feel like I'm at such a better point in my life, and I'm finally gaining the confidence that I've been like searching for, and like finding the self-love that I've been missing for so long, and it just feels good. So I feel like I should share this with the world, and I should help people who are having issues with that, because it's just what I love to do. Like I said before, I'm a huge people pleaser, and I just took that throughout middle school and high school, And high school is a really funny situation to me. Of course, I was confident in ways. I never thought like I was like unattractive or anything. But there was some emotional aspects that I lacked. I was really insecure when it came to guys, kind of, in a sense. I'm not trying to dive real deep, but I mean, I've had some past issues that kind of happened to me, and I felt like that kind of affected me in that area. Like insecure when it came to like guys.
Okay, when I say guys, it doesn't mean like I was afraid to talk to guys. Just kind of the sense like I was looking for love in the wrong places type of insecurity. Okay, you guys get the drift.
And I had a lot of trust issues, especially with girls, like due to like jealousy issues, or like they thought I was spending too much time with a boy, or it was over a boy, or some of the friends I've had, they just like stopped talking to me for no reason. So I feel like just trust issues, which I think everyone has, but that was a really huge thing for me too. But basically in high school, I was always the girl who needed to be in a relationship, who couldn't be by herself, which kind of filtered through my freshman year of college. Believe that. That's a whole nother story that I will get to later on in this video. But yeah, if you have to be with someone all the time and you're not capable of being alone, that usually is a sign that you lack that love for yourself, if you know what I mean. Because if you need a companion all the time, that means in a sense that you can't find that love and compassion in yourself necessarily, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like everyone goes through those phases. I mean, it's totally normal to feel lonely. That's just human. But if you're a person like where you absolutely cannot be by yourself, like that is a sign that you lack a self-love. And that was me. I mean, let me just kind of go through my life story. But basically, I had a boyfriend every year of high school. And like freshman year, sophomore year, and then I got with the guy that went to my high school. And I was with him for 2 years. And honestly, don't get me wrong, I mean, we had a lot of great memories, which I cherish, and like I'm so grateful for that. But honestly, I feel like sometimes I was with him because I didn't want to be alone, and that's why I was with him for so long. I was too busy putting energy into him and into our relationship, where sometimes it should have been more focused on me and my self-growth. Don't get me wrong, I feel like things happen for a reason. So yeah, so then I was with him for 2 years, and then we finally broke up. That sounded so mean. But we broke up my senior year. He graduated a year before me. And when he left to college, that's when things kind of ended. It wasn't a bad breakup, actually. It was kind of like we ended on not like good terms, like, oh, we're gonna be best friends, but like it was cordial and it wasn't dramatic how we broke up, so I didn't think it was bad. Basically after that, it was really hard for me. It was hard for me to be alone, especially during that time after I broke up with him, because I was with him for so long and I was just used to having someone being there friendly with me, taking cute Snapchats, all that good stuff. And it was just so hard, and like I said, I could not be by myself. That was my lack of self-love. So it was kind of a tough time emotionally, and just it wasn't like I was heartbroken. Don't get me wrong, like I'm not even trying to sound cold-hearted or anything, but I did love him. Like I was with him for 2 years, but like I don't think I was in love with him. Like I was all sprung and all that stuff. So like it was like weird. It was like, because there were still feelings, but it wasn't like I was like heartbroken. So it was like kind of like a weird phase for me too. And yeah, so basically a few months have gone by, and you know, I'm so lonely. It's a rough time. I'm going on those dates that go and like I don't know how long I was single for. This guy I got with, I don't even consider this to be a relationship, because I don't know. The guy, I would not even consider him to be my boyfriend. Basically, that's another story. I feel like I should do a story time on that. Basically, I feel like he was the first guy I had genuine feelings for. I feel like I fell for him really hard and like really fast, and like I was head over heels. And I feel like the time that I got with him was the time that my self-love was like really going downhill towards the rock bottom. Throughout high school, I dealt with an eating disorder, which caused me to gain weight. So I was kind of dealing with that too. I was dealing with like some family issues, and I don't know, like I just felt like that was continuing to weigh on me throughout the year. I just think my mental state was dwindling, really starting to dwindle during my senior year. And like on top of that, I was scared for college and all this stuff, and I've kind of been pampered my whole life. So I was just scared. I was a scared little girl going through my senior year, and when I got with the guy, my self-love was like at rock bottom. So I felt like subconsciously I was really clinging to him for that love that I lost within myself. And I'm not even gonna speak on him because like speak anything negative on him, because like with the guy I was with for 2 years, we had really good memories too, and I actually do care about him as a person, especially when I was more confident with myself. That was never something I was. I mean, but anyways, getting to my first year in college, which I'm also going to have kind of a story time about situations that have happened to me during my first year of college. Yeah, my first year of college, it wasn't all bad, but like my mental state was like gone. I was just emotionally drained, and I was not myself at all. I was really angry. I was lashing out at the people that I loved and that were closest to me, and I was just in a horrible place. I got really depressed. I didn't want to get out of bed. I gained like 20 pounds. I didn't even recognize myself. And my eating disorder, like I told you guys, it got even worse. So it was all like very negative for me. But this is where the story gets lighter. I don't know, I guess it all started when me and my mom decided to go on this buddy system to lose weight. All throughout high school, I've always tried to lose weight. When I got a little thicker, and like it never worked because I would basically just lose it and then eat it back up again. So I would always go through this cycle. I lose weight pretty easily, but I gain weight really easily too. So that's why I kind of like went up and down. But I don't know, I guess I had kind of an epiphany, and I just really took it serious. I just prayed to God about really helping me through this tough time, and I really think He answered my prayers, because all of a sudden my mindset just changed, and I wanted to take my life more serious. And that's where the self-love comes in my self-love growth. Basically, Another form of self-love to me is really taking care of yourself and taking care of your body, drinking lots of water. I know everybody says this, like, oh, like it's so basic, but it's so true because there's a saying like treat your body like a temple, and I think that's so true. Because how you treat your body, whether you exercise enough, put like healthy things in your food, healthy foods in your body, drinking lots of water, you know, cleansing out the toxins. I really think that reflects self-love. And I want to do a weight loss video too, like how I lost 20 pounds or whatever. Yeah, I took losing weight way more serious. I was putting better things in my body, because before in the past, like I would literally like just like drink soda all the time, and like energy drinks, like those were my weakness. Like I would drink like 2 a day. I would drink energy drinks before freaking basketball practice. Not saying like, oh, you have to be skinny to be happy, but for me personally, I was comfortable at a different weight than I was. My self-esteem was really low. I would say I'm about 130. I feel like I'm in the mid 130s. But before, when throwing it back to my first year in college, when I was really depressed, I was like 160 pounds. I just didn't recognize myself. Basically, like when I started to, train some pounds, I recognized myself more, and I just kind of remembered who I was. And like during that process, and still now, I got closer to God. I'm really close to God now. I'm really close with my family. They helped me through so much, and just really like I'm remembering my worth, and I'm being more positive to myself. And yeah, just all these good things are happening, and I'm remembering what I'm grateful for. I feel like when you're going through rough times and you remember the good things and what you're grateful for, and like seeing the silver lining in things, I feel like that really helps, which I did. And I saw a difference in my perspective. At the end of the day, I feel like when you're really trying to start over and love yourself, if you really connect with your family and your close loved ones, I think that helps tremendously. You know, that really helped me through a lot of things when I would just vent to them about how I was feeling about certain situations, about certain relationships. Like that helped me so much. I don't know if this is a self-love tip, but I feel like this is a good tip in general. Is to just be careful who you vent to. Like, don't trust everybody. Not everybody has good intentions with what you say in that moment. It may feel good to you, but I would just be careful, because I don't know, people switch up on you, they twist words around. So I would just kind of, if you're going through something, like don't tell your deepest, darkest secrets to like an acquaintance, like a friend that you halfway trust, halfway don't trust. Like really, I would just kind of like just vent to family, or even just like pray about it or write about it in a journal. Shit. Speaking of writing in a journal, what really helped me gain self-love and confidence is writing positive affirmations.
The definition of an affirmation is the process or action of affirming something or being affirmed. The second definition is emotional support or encouragement.
In a journal and writing what I was grateful for. So I would like write what I was grateful for in the mornings and sometimes even at night. It just really helped me. Like, for example, like if you write down, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm confident. Like if you write that down, I feel like you gain a certain power, because like you're really feeling it. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I feel like it helps a lot. And also, I feel like what also helped me in a sense, another tip I would say, so kind of wrapping up, my self-love journey. Okay, so now I'm going to give you guys a few tips on how to improve your self-love and gain some confidence. I even wrote them down for you guys. Hello, I'm so nice. Don't look at my messy handwriting. Okay, so tip number 1, always be your most authentic self. And I cannot preach this enough. In any situation, whether it's hanging out with a friend, being at school, or like basically no matter who you're talking to, where you're at, if you're not your most authentic self, then you're not gonna feel 100% comfortable. And I feel like a form of self-love is really loving you for who you are and really accepting every part of you, your personality flaws or any flaws you think you have, like really embracing those. But I feel like but what I've learned is, yes, embrace your flaws, but you can always improve. So if you can improve those flaws, that's just the way to go. Because if you're growing and if you feel like you can't be your most authentic self around your friends or the people you hang out with, then those people are not meant to be in your inner circle, you know? I mean, you can always have acquaintances, but people like in your circle, in your like intermediate circle of friends, like if you don't feel comfortable being yourself around them, then I just don't think that's a genuine, like, close friendship, if you know what I'm saying. Because if a person really cares about you, they're going to love you for you regardless. And that goes to say in relationships, especially relationships, because the person you're supposed to be compatible with, if they don't love you for all of you, then that's not a good relationship. I think it's kind of toxic, really. Okay, so tip number 2, pursue your passions and your dreams. That's huge for me as well, because if you're not doing what you love, you're not going to be happy. And I just noticed, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I've been so much happier because I'm doing things that I love to do. Like, I was too scared to start a YouTube channel in high school, so I didn't. But now that I'm trying to pursue this, I feel like I'm feeling confident about myself. It just comes natural, and like the self-love is forming, you know? And just like, it can be anything. Like if you're doing a hobby you really like to do, or really like chasing this dream that you think you can achieve, I just think that helps your self-love so much. And honestly, what I've learned, especially with my career choice that I've chosen for myself, really my ultimate goal is to do acting and become an actress. And that is an extreme, like, in my opinion, acting is a career you really have to have self-love and self-confidence in, because it's such a hard industry to really make it big, and there's a lot of rejection. But I feel like if you really set your mind to anything, you can achieve it. So don't be afraid to pursue your dreams, even if they seem like cliche or you think someone's gonna make fun of you for it. Like, do what you want to do. And I just think that's so powerful. That's gonna make your self-love. Brings me to my 3rd tip. And this, I think, is the most important one, is you cannot care what anybody thinks. Especially, I know it's hard in high school. Everybody's really trying to find themselves, so everyone's kind of lost and everyone's forming cliques and stuff like that. But really, like, once you kind of really hone into that, like not caring what anyone thinks, like I'm gonna do what I want to do, that's gonna make your confidence, I feel like that's gonna really make your confidence grow. Because if you're worrying all the time what someone thinks of you, like, you're not gonna be happy, you're gonna be insecure, you're gonna be worrying about what somebody is saying about you or whatever. Like, basically, whoever likes you is going to like you, and not everyone's gonna like you, which was hard for me at first because I'm such a people pleaser, so I want everyone to be happy. But what I've learned is it's literally impossible to have everyone like you. So if they don't like you, that's their own problem. I mean, with people that don't like me, I don't wish anything bad on them. I don't know, I just keep it pushing. Like, because when you love yourself, you're only really worried about yourself in a sense. Like, not even on like a selfish type of thing. Like, when you love yourself, you're really focused on improving yourself and being the best you can be. So, yeah. And my fourth tip is to make goals and achieve them. With dreams, if you want to make your dreams a reality, you have to set goals for yourself. And it doesn't even have to be huge goals. Like, start with little goals and then build your way up. For example, like, if you're trying to lose weight, let's say, and I don't know, my first goal wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds. I would just kind of like, oh, and this week I want to lose 5 pounds. Or this week I'm gonna cut out sugary drinks. You know, just like kind of little things. And like, which leads me into my next tip. I feel like the little goals turn into bigger ones in a sense. And my next tip kind of correlates with that, is reward yourself even if the good things that you've done are like little things. Because you really just want to be super positive and hone into the good things that you do. And that's really important with loving yourself. It's kind of, I've seen this somewhere in like an article, but like with loving yourself, it's kind of like treating yourself as like a little kid, as a child, you know? Like, you know, like when they do something small and good, you're like, oh my gosh, good job. Like, and like really hyping them up. I feel like it's the same thing with yourself. And I feel like the more positive you talk to yourself, the better. That's something that I also learned, is to really focus your energy on positive thoughts and not negative ones, because it's really easy to let negative thoughts in. But if you're really focused on the positive things that are happening, the positive things that are going on in your life, the positive things that you're doing, positive things about yourself, I feel like that energy just correlates. Like the universe is just like, it's like circling. It just like, I just feel like everything connects. And if you're being positive, I feel like that energy comes around to you. Basically karma in a sense. And then the last thing I would say is really like take care of yourself, take care of your hygiene, really be vain in a sense. Because
Okay, when I say vain, I don't mean like, oh, only the outside appearance matters, but whatever makes you feel good about yourself on the outside, I think matters in a sense. Everyone has their own type of beautiful, so yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
I feel like that reflects self-love, because you really want to treat your body and like yourself, like you really want to treat your body as a temple. And yeah, just with everything, just kind of, you're taking care of yourself and taking care of your hygiene and like really flourishing in that area, I feel like your self-confidence is gonna be to the max anyways. And like really this goes for guys too, but like especially for girls, like me the most on my low days, it's even when I was like depressed and like crying in bed and I didn't want to go anywhere, I didn't want to be seen. When I got up and I got ready and I did my hair, took some selfies and got all cute, I instantly felt better about myself and I felt pretty, and that helped my self-confidence go up. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to me rant about my self-love journey. Thank you for listening to my tips. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I plan on doing a lot more things, like a weight loss journey, loss of 20 pounds or whatever. And there's gonna be a couple story times to kind of dig more deep into my emotional issues. I think those will be good because I feel like it will help people in my situations. Yeah, just all that good stuff. So keep watching, and I can't wait to see you guys again in my next video.
You know.